dreaming of a summer day with palm trees and sunny rays and sunflower fields. We run away.
Hey everyone, it's Mel. Today I'm showing you my workout outside on this beautiful deck in nature, and I'm starting with a yoga warm-up. So I'm starting in a runner's lunge on the right side, rocking front and back, warming up my hip flexors and my hamstrings and my hips. So I'm going front and back. After a few times, I'm reaching for a twist, and then I am straightening the front leg into Ardha Hamanasana, and then back to the runner's lunge. Going back and forth a few times, opening up the hamstrings, opening up the hips. Beautiful. After a few times, going left and right into Skandasana, our side lunges. And I'm changing sides to do the left leg first. Going back into rocking front and back. Taking a little twist. And then dropping the back knee onto the ground. Going for the flow, straightening through the leg, and then bending back into the knee. Going back a few times. This is such a good way to warm up the muscles, especially if you're doing a cardio workout or a run or any kind of HIIT. So I moved my mat into the sun more because I wanted to get that sunshine. And I'm going ahead and doing left and right, swinging my arms to warm up the shoulders and the back while I'm kicking my butt. So as I'm going through this workout, I'm going to just kind of tell you what I'm doing, but I would love it if you would follow along and work out with me. So let's do this. Okay, opening up the feet wide, I'm dropping my chest down inside the legs as I stretch my shoulders and my back as well as my straddle. So we're really opening up the hips, going left and right. I'm doing everything about 10 to 20 times, depending on what exercise. Yay! Taking a forward fold, shaking out the glutes and the legs. Love to warm up the hamstrings before any kind of workout because it's so easy to pull muscles. I'm taking the bind behind my back, pushing through, even lunging into each knee and getting deeper into the forward folds. Rolling myself up. All right. Going into the next little warm-up, I'm going to cross my knees and my elbows to do little standing crunches. This is fun, and it just kind of gets the heart rate going, and you begin to sweat a little bit instead of just going right into any kind of hard workout. Okay, so going opposite direction, I'm rocking left and right, and then I'm bringing my knee up to my outside elbow. So instead of crossing over, this time I'm going into the obliques and also just getting a nice twist in each side body. These are so fun and they feel so good, and I'm just going to do a big circle for you to show you how it looks. Okay, done with that one. I'm going to do my side shuffles into a side squat. So I'm just shuffling to the side a couple times and then lunging into that outside knee. Love this. This really gets the energy up and you begin to move a little bit faster the more that you do. Turning around so you can see, and also another tip to working out and letting it feel better, always have a big smile on your face, because I swear when you smile, your brain thinks that you're having a really good time, even if you're not. Okay, getting into the HIIT workout, so I'm starting with a wide squat, tapping my hands to the ground, and then jumping up into like a jumping jack, and then going back to the squat. So we are doing 20 of these, and then I'll go into a different exercise after. I love HIIT workouts because they go by so fast, so just focus on your breath, listen to your music, either my music or you can blast your own and have fun with it. Okay, so done with that one. Going to the next one. I'm walking myself out to a high plank, doing a push-up at the bottom, and then walking myself back up to stand up. So this is so good for your abs and also your shoulders and chest, everything. So it's really good. Plus you can go as fast or as slow as you want. I'm about halfway because I'm doing about 6 or 7 of these since there's pretty much like 2 big compound movements that you're doing. So just a couple more. And after this, we're going to go right back into those jumping squat jacks. Whew, okay, done with that. So now I'm going to do both of those exercises once more, back to back, starting with the squat jacks. Always take about a 10 to 20-second break in between, and then starting back into it. It started to really burn for me right here. You can't tell, but I am pushing myself, especially because I haven't done any HIIT workouts in a while. Okay, so done with that. Doing the last round of the walking out to push up and walk back. Starting at the back of the mat and begin. Always remember to make this mindful. If you are following along with me in the workout, make sure to suck in your belly as much as you can and squeeze everything. Okay, yay, all done with that one. Moving into the next set of exercises. I'm going to do a core circuit with the cardio. So we're going to start at the front of the mat. I'm going to sit down onto my butt, roll back onto my shoulders to do like a shoulder stand or a candlestick, and then bring myself all the way back up to the top of the mat to do a jump. So as you can see here, jumping up at the top and then rolling back to that candlestick and then come back up. This can be really difficult to get up, so really try to do like a malasana, open up the knees when you're coming up, and then jump. I love this one so much. Okay, all done with that. It actually gets so hard. It feels easy at first. That's why I love it, because it challenges you towards the ends. So coming on to the mat, I'm going to do a high plank and do a side plank with oblique crunches. So I'm going to do 12 total, but we're going to stay on the right side for 6 of them. And then in the middle, go ahead and change sides and then do 6 oblique crunches on the other side. So you're just reaching your arm underneath your body and then reaching the arm back up to the sky. So I'm switching directions. Love these. Okay, perfect. I finished those. Getting a drink of water. Of course, need to stay hydrated. And I'm going to go right back into the other exercise. So starting at the top, rolling back to the candlestick, and then coming back up to the top to do a jump. done with those, and I'm doing one more round of the side plank with oblique reaches, really getting deep into the core, and I'm definitely feeling this in my shoulders and my whole body already. I'm beginning to sweat a lot, which is good, especially underneath the sunshine. So I'm starting with the opposite arm first and doing my 6 oblique reaches. Okay, changing sides. This time I added a push-up and beginning again on the other side. I am making sure to squeeze my belly the whole time and make sure to push away from the mat at all times on the bottom. All right, done with those. I'm just dropping down to puppy pose, stretching my shoulders and my back, as well as my core. And I'm going to do the next 2 set of exercises. So moving into pure abs, we're going to roll onto your back, and I'm going to do toe touches, just 20 times, just pulsing at the top. And then right away, we're going to move into the other ab exercise. So since the core is already super warmed up from everything, this is going to feel hard. I was already very tired from just doing the first few, but I'm keeping with the breath and setting my eyes on the prize, having nice flat abs. Okay, the ab exercise I alternate with this one is flutter kicks, going left and right with the legs, and then I'm lifting the opposite elbow towards the opposite knee. Feels so good. I'm having a second for a break, and then I'm going right back into it. And I'm beginning again to tap my toes, and I'm not going to break at all in between the 2, and this is burning out the lower and the upper abs. Okay, right into the alternating flutter kicks. This time I'm tapping my finger to the opposite foot. Always make sure to focus on the breath, squeezing the low back to the mat, and relax. All right, I'm just stretching out my happy baby. Knees are wide, rocking side to side. Going into 2 new exercises for the next part of the workout. I'm moving into in and out squats, keeping my squat low the whole time, so I'm just jumping my feet out and in. And then after that, I'm doing push-ups with oblique knee crunches. Keeping low in the squat, going out and in as fast as I can. I was already getting super tired by now, but I'm keeping going for 20 and release. Okay, so going down to the push-up with knee oblique crunches. So I'm going to start at the push-up, do a push-up, and then squeeze the right knee to the right elbow, do another push-up, and then change sides to the left elbow, left knee. Doing 10 to 12 of these. Resting my shoulders back into puppy pose. I did 10 of those, so now I'm going back into those in and out squats. So squatting low, and I'm jumping my feet out and in. I'm either keeping my hands at my heart or extending them over my head. I like to do this one because it makes me focus on the squat, and I'm also squeezing in the belly to make sure I'm not arching the back too much. Okay, stretching out my hamstrings by doing a forward stretch and shaking them out. Okay, so I'm doing one more round of the push-up with the oblique crunches, starting now. Okay, done with that one. Stretching out my shoulders. And I'm just going to do one more set of 2 exercises, and we're going back into 2 different core exercises back to back. So this one killed me, so just be prepared. Your hip flexors are going to be screaming at you, but you will feel amazing. So this is all lower abs. I'm keeping my hands behind me, and I'm going to drop the legs and then squeeze the knees in the center. So I'm doing 20 of these back and forth, extending the legs as far as you can and close to the ground, and squeezing to your chest. Okay, I'm taking a second for a breath, and then I'm going right into the other one. So legs extend out to the right as you lean back, come to the center with straight legs, and then change sides. So you're going left and right, keeping your legs almost as straight as they can go. So straightening through the center, and then go to the side as you lean back. This is tedious because you begin to start feeling it in your hip flexors and in your core like crazy, but just keep going. Ooh. Okay, I'm taking a second to stretch, and then I'm going right back into both of those back to back. Okay, starting over, extending, and then squeeze to your chest. You can try to make it harder by lifting your arms to make it so you are balancing more and just using your core. It is burning like crazy. I have to use my arms to help squeeze the knees, and I'm giving it a second break to stretch my hips. And last exercise, doing the up to the over, keeping the legs straight as they can go, or to make it easier, bend them. 10 more of these each side. And my body is giving out, so I had to take a break, but take as many breaks as you want. Just make sure to finish the 20. And that was the last one. Amazing. I'm just stretching out my hamstrings, forward folding, giving it a break. And let's just go right into some stretching. If you're following along with me, you need to stretch after that. It was a really good, fast HIIT workout. I hope you loved it. So I'm opening up my legs super long to a straddle, and I'm dropping my forearms forward, and I'm rocking my hips front and back. The abs were very good, but the hip flexors are screaming and we kept the legs together a lot, so we're opening them up now. Going for some side bends, left and right. Slowing down the breath to a neutral breath and letting go of all the muscles being worked. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Our feet are together, knees are out wide. And then we're gonna go back into those warm-up stretches, doing the low lunge, runner's lunge, stretching out the hip flexors, opening up the knee wide, and then straighten through the front leg, and then bend again. Straighten and bend. And then from here, you can slide that right shin to pigeon pose. If this is too much, always choose the modified version, which is laying on your back and then pulling in your knees for figure 4. Okay, pushing my way back to down dog. I'm just pedaling out my heels, and I'm going to switch sides by transitioning through a wide-legged forward fold just for a breath, and then walking my hands to the back foot to change sides, going right into the runner's lunge. Bouncing my hips up and down, opening up the left knee. It feels so juicy. Straighten through Ardha Hamanasana, and then go ahead and slide your shin into pigeon pose. Whatever you did on the other side, make sure to do the same thing on this side. Okay, walking out of this very slowly, coming back through down dog, just for a breath. I hope whoever followed along, this workout feels incredible because I felt so good after this, especially practicing outside underneath nature, making my way to stand tall, and I'm ready for the rest of my day. Thank you all so much for the support. Mwah! Have the best rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.
What if all of your dreams and things became reality? You would think human lives matter in other galaxies.